Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another annual off-season video where today I am going to be ranking every single NFL fan base. This is a video that I look forward to making because I know you guys look forward to these videos. This is actually one of the most requested off-season videos I have every year. Couple of plugs before we hop into it. As always, don't forget to use code WyattzWorld on G Fuel, Waggle, or Prize Picks. By using my codes on G Fuel or Waggle, you'll save a discount on any of their awesome products, and by using it at sign up on Prize Picks, you're gonna guarantee yourself to win a free $50 with your first $5 entry. And look what I just did last night, 120 bucks off of baseball. Also, a quick reminder that the NFL seasonal prediction windows are open. But always play responsibly, and let's get into the video. Okay, so here we are at the Yabba Dabba tier list. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, you guys are all full functioning human beings, right? You can read, you know how this works. Categories are right here, teams are on the bottom. I'm just gonna drag, drop, and talk. So starting off, we have the New Orleans Saints. You know, typically on a year-to-year basis, I don't think that I've really been too nice to you guys, and this might be the nicest thing I've ever said. You don't exist right now. I haven't heard a Saints fan talk in like 8 months. Well, to be honest, I actually haven't heard a Saints fan talk in like 2 years, but I honestly forget you guys are a team sometimes with how little you are exposed and with how little I hear from your fans. It's crazy. Now we got the Dolphins. Delusional. Also not nice. Other than elite takes, I struggle to find a Dolphin fan that I've ever actually gotten along with. But these guys are delusional. Year in and year out, they're gonna come and take over the East. They're gonna beat the Bills. I'm still sick. Anyway, good luck. Raven fans, they're not nice. And you guys know it too. You literally know you're not a nice fan base. You guys are actually probably one of the most aggressive and self-conscious fan bases in the entire league right now. And obviously I don't speak for every Ravens fan, but the Raven fans that are in my comments that I see on social media, man, they're mean for no reason. They're always condescending. They're always right, you're always wrong. And if you ever get into a fight with one of them, you get into a fight with 10 of them because they'll all just flock onto you. Bengal fans, I'd have a beer with you. They're pretty cool. My cousin actually has a neighbor that's from Cincinnati. His name is Shane. He's awesome, even though he won't admit the Bills are miles better. Anyway, they're a very relaxed, honest fan base. If their team is doing bad, they'll tell you their team is doing bad. They're not afraid to hide it at all. Bronco fans. Elites. I've grown on the Bronco fans because I have a friend that's a Bronco fan, a very close friend, so I've always kind of, you know, gotten along with them. But like, I just don't have a problem with them. And honestly, every time I've met a Bronco fan, we're usually friends within 5 minutes. Now we've got the Giants. They're just chill guys, man. Always have been, always will be. And they used to be a little delusional, I'm not gonna lie, but they're not really delusional anymore. They're just kind of there for the ride, man. Like, they're gonna watch football every Sunday, not with expectations to go to the Super Bowl, but with optimism that they could potentially, you know, be the team to finally punch through, and I appreciate it. Now we got the Vikings. Obviously, they're gonna be in elites. That's biased. It is. I live in Minnesota. My family is Viking fans. I love my family. But with that being said, there is delusion in this fan base right now surrounding JJ McCarthy. I love JJ. I want him to succeed just as bad as anybody in this state. But the fans that are out there, I'm sorry, Dad, but especially like my dad, who think this guy is just gonna walk out and throw for 4,000 plus yards, 30 plus touchdowns, expecting him to basically look like the next coming of Tom Brady. Like, what? How is that even like a thought? I don't get it. Like, where did it come from? Now we got Ram fans. They're chill, but they're also on the verge of non-existing. I don't ever hear from Ram fans. I don't see them unless it's at a Rams game on TV. Like, for a team that's in such a good position with a team that's so good right now, it's actually kind of creepy as to how little I'm actually hearing from their fan base. Tampa Bay, elite fans, dude, they love their team. They absolutely love their team. Again, for the most part, an honest fan base, a very fun fan base to interact with. And you know what my favorite thing about the Buck fans are? And I think I've said this before, and I'm not kidding you. They don't ever talk about their Super Bowl with Brady a couple years ago. I don't ever hear them bring it up. Like, they live in the moment and they're happy with what they have. Detroit, you guys used to be in the elites, you know that, right? Not gonna lie, there are still your nice fans, but I think the general population, you guys aren't very nice anymore at all. I think you guys have actually turned into a pretty insufferable group of people. Their fans are acting like how Patriot fans were acting when they still had Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. Like, they act like they're just the best. They act like every player at their position is the best player. Like I said, there is still a chunk of cool people there, and Eminem being one of them, but you guys forgot how to act. Now we've got Chicago. This is a weird one. They're angry. They're a very, very angry fan base. Like, they're certainly not chill, but I wouldn't say they're not nice. It's not like they're angry towards me. They're just always angry. I guess Delusion would probably be the best spot for them because every year they do cry wolf, or I should say cry bear, and there never is any wolf or bear. San Francisco, I'd say they're chill. Ever since Jimmy finally left, I think I've gotten along with their fans a lot more because I always said that guy was a pile of absolute trash. That really made the 49er fans mad, but then the second Jimmy left, all of a sudden they're like, yeah, he wasn't very good, so we're cool there. And I don't think any of them really miss Debo anymore, so we've been kind of on good terms. Now we've got Eagle fans. I mean, this one's as simple as it gets. You guys are the farthest thing from nice. You guys literally do make every single conversation about yourself. Your fans are destructive, they're disruptive. Like, it's just me keeping it a bean. Again, I don't speak for every one of you, but majority, 99% of interactions with Eagle fans, I do not have any good things to say. Raiders, their fans, to me, this offseason, they haven't existed. Their team has. I'm very excited for their team, but I don't hear their fans at all. Matter of fact, I hear the other teams in their division talking about the Raiders a lot more than any Raider fan actually does, in my opinion. Like, this is the one year I think you guys really have, you know, the most reason to be excited, and I'm not hearing anything. Now we got Packer fans. I'd have a beer. I always do have beers with them, actually. I have friends who are from Wisconsin and family who are from Wisconsin. But I will say, you guys still kind of live in the past a little bit. I still hear you guys talking about Aaron Rodgers for some reason. He hasn't played for you guys for 3 years. We won a Super Bowl like 15 years ago. We had Rodgers and Favre back-to-back, 2 top 10 quarterbacks of all time. What does that have to do with anything today? Commander fans. I'd have a beer with them. I think they're very cool, other than the select number I've heard that act like Terry McLaurin is on the same level as Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. You guys are insane. Terry's a great receiver. He ain't that great, though. But for the most part, especially with what their team has accomplished, you'd expect them to be like Lion fans, and to me, they're not. Cardinal fans. Speaking of ghosts, you guys are not a real entity. You guys used to be one of the most vocal fan bases too, and now you're literally one of the quietest, which is crazy. Maybe it's just because you finally realized your quarterback is totally average. Steelers, you're not nice. You're not nice fans at all. Their entire fan base is full of trolls. They make everything about themselves, and it doesn't matter which player goes to the Steelers, they are automatically going to be elite. Seriously, Laquan Treadwell could come back and sign a contract with the Steelers right now, and they would start gassing him up like he's gonna do something. Basically, I think 90% of Steeler fans just act like know-it-alls. Now we got the Billies, obviously an elite fan base. That is my fan base. I'm not saying fans of me, like that is the fan base I am part of. One of the kindest and funnest groups of people to be around, man. You get a Bill and Vikings fan together like they were at the tailgate I was at, you'd swear they were all on the same team, dude. They just welcome everybody. Falcon fans, you're in the mix of chill and delusional. I'm gonna say chill, because for the most part, you guys are very calm. I can't reiterate it enough. Until Michael Penix actually goes out there and starts popping off, I'm gonna think that your entire fan base is overrating a guy that had, what, 2 ACL tears in college and has had 3 NFL starts not doing anything really incredible. Seahawk fans, you ready for this one? Chill, guys. For the first offseason in a long time, I have actually not heard an overbearing amount of Seahawk fans claiming that they're gonna win the Super Bowl or win the division. There's optimism, hey, if we're really good, we might be able to, you know, get to the playoffs and whatnot, which is fine, but it seems like, you know, they've really calmed down on the mindset that they are the best team in the league when they clearly are not even close to it. We have our differences, but, you know, we remain civil. We're cool. Patriot fans, chill, they're fine. They were also pretty non-existent a few years ago, but ever since Drake May has emerged, they've all of a sudden got voices again, and rightfully so. Cleveland, you don't have fans because nobody wants to claim you. Like, seriously, can you imagine walking into a random football conversation and saying, I'm a Browns fan? You know exactly what is going to be said to you immediately. Seriously. Like, I don't ever hear people saying, as a Browns fan, I think the Browns are gonna do this, I think the Browns are gonna do... No one talks about them. Texans. I'd have a beer with Texan fans. Why not? Matter of fact, I like a lot of players on their team. They're pretty cool people, man. Now moving on, we have Kansas City. Shockingly, I'd still have a beer with Kansas City fans. Crazy, you know, as much as they've beaten us in the playoffs, as many horrible things that their fans have said to me after saying that the game between them and Buffalo was rigged, even after the threats I've gotten from some of the Kansas City fans, majority of them, you're fine. I think people associate the fan base with the referees a little bit too much. Like, they have nothing to do with it. Now we've got Dallas. You're chill. They've been chill for a couple years now, especially, you know, the fact that they have injuries every single year. This year, they have a coach that they're not excited to have. They've had a coach previously that they weren't excited about. Their best player right now has requested a trade. I'd be sitting pretty low if I were you guys too. Charger fans. Who? I still don't see you guys. I'm sorry. Unless the NFL pays you to go on TV and act like fans, I literally do not see you guys or hear about you. I'm sorry. New York Jets. Illusion. We're gonna be good. Aaron Glenn's gonna fix all the problem. No, I think your offense is probably still gonna be trash, and your defense will be worn out after the third quarter from being on the field for nearly the entire game. Panthers. I'd have a beer with a Panther fan. I mean, I don't have any reason to not. They've been horrible for many years now. You have a problem with a Panther fan at this point in life? Well, then I'm gonna assume you have a problem with everything, because they have done nothing to anybody. Titan fans. Yeah, you guys already knew about this. Unless it's RBT, which I think he's paid to be a Titans fan, there is not a Titans fan on this planet. Colts. They're chill. I don't have a problem with Colt fans. Kind of hard to have a problem with them right now as well. And ending, we have Jacksonville. This is a weird one. This is in between I would have a beer with you and you don't exist, because the little bit I hear about Jacksonville fans, you guys are awesome. You're hilarious. You're very honest, but I just don't hear about you guys often. Like, I'll say I'll have a beer with you, but I would like you guys to be more involved, you know? Go out there, talk some S, throw a punch, headbutt somebody, turn heel. I want the Saxonville Jaguar fans back, even though I did not like you guys then. You were a lot of fun to mess with. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for me re-ranking every NFL fan base for this off season. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and didn't take it too much to heart, even though I probably did directly insult some of you, so I apologize. But if you did enjoy the video, as always, you already know what to do to show support, and please do it, because you know I appreciate all the help. In the meantime, I'm going to get this whipped up so you can watch it on time. I hope you guys all have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday, and as always, I will see you in the next upload.